we're shooting a video on changing the thermostat on a Ford F350 7.3 turbo diesel, but I don't know if you guys have the problem with the overflow. The fill bucket here for the radiator, on the stock ones, they start getting cracks. I don't know if you guys can see that crack there, and there's a big crack starting to form kind of at the seam. But mainly they just get dry rot, and you can see that one right there. Let's see if I can not shadow it out right there. And you got some kind of crack in there, similar to a windshield, the way it would chip and crack. And there's more and more and more all over it, so we're just going to go ahead and swap this out. I got one of these locally. They're about 75 bucks. This one I got, I think, for about 38. So I like this one better. It's got the heat, vibrated welded tube on it with injection mold, and it's got a metal insert in there so the clamp won't pinch through it. So I'm digging it for that money, 38 bucks. I bought 2 of them and keep them around because these are notorious for cracking up, and we don't want it to break in the winter time. So we're going to get busy and show you how to take this off. We're going to remove the jack area here, the jack tools, take those off, and you got a couple bolts down there, 8mm, 2, 1, 2. We're going to spray with some WD-40. It's penetrating oil, and then there's another one in between those. So and then we'll disconnect the line that comes out of the radiator. It comes down into this way here, and then there's another line, the way this thing sits in the motor like that. And you can see that line that I said I like with the metal fitting inside there. So it's pretty self-explanatory. We drained the system. On this particular one, we drained the whole radiator down into these mud tubs that we use, and we drained on another video. I'll try to edit it in. It's these little check plugs that take a 1/4-inch drive. Let's get busy. Let's get down underneath. There's a check plug that drains the block, 1/4-inch, and we got a 1/4-inch ratchet. Actually, I got a 3/8 drive ratchet with a 1/4-inch adapter on the end, and I can show you where it is. Just go over to the oil filter, look right up next to it. We got some drip trays down here, and you can see I've got the socket hanging off of it right now. Let's see if I can get up there and actually physically show it to you. I'll take this extension off of here, and you can see it. It's a 1/4-inch little teeny check plug right there. So I'm gonna go ahead and just put this back in. See if you guys can see it on this with the light. It's hard up underneath here to hold everything, but I'll show you one more time. Right there, that's it, right up next to the oil filter. You can't miss it, just clean the dirt off. So I'm gonna go ahead and take that out and crack it loose. We're gonna drain the block from there, and then we're gonna go over to the radiator over where June is. And we just gotta, I can't really see it. Yeah, but there's a plastic, is it metal? It's plastic, isn't it?
Plastic, yep.
Yeah, it's just a little plastic kind of petcock system that leaks out. So we're gonna go ahead and crack that too gently with a crescent wrench, and be careful. Sometimes the reverse threads, just gently undo that. Let's see if we can show you on that what he's got going. Oh man,
use that tray for that one.
Yeah, you can use that. You can use that tray. So you can see where it is, right there on the edge of the radiator. If he opens it, it's just going to drip out the bottom. And we're going to go and run and do another service call. You can just see how dirty that was. So we're going to let that leak out of there. And then we've got another drip tray. Splattering. And we're going to put another one right underneath this other check plug there where that extension's coming off. And there is another plug under the starter. It's back up behind the starter there. Man, and you might be able to get to it without taking the starter out. I usually just take the starter out. You can go over top the starter and drain that one out. All right, you can see it really coming out. June cracked the overflow bottle up here. He's regulating the flow of air, and you can see it really coming out right there. down into that drip pan. And it's a good idea just to go ahead and change this crap out every few years, because the antifreeze just gets worn out and it gets ugly. And I'll show you that check plug right here. It's got some red Loctite on it. Whoop. I'm gonna go ahead and put some glue on it when we put it back in. Clean it up with a rag and some cleaner. And we'll go ahead and put this back in. So let's let that drain for a little bit, maybe about 30 minutes. And that's how you drain the block out, and we drain the radiator. It's up to you if you want to do that, or you just want to drain it down a little bit. We wanted to change the fluid, so we drained it all out, done deal. And we're gonna start with fresh before it gets super cold. So let's get busy, spray some WD-40 on these bolts, let it soak in a little bit, and we'll rip this puppy out and get a new one in there. All right, we're gonna swap out this overflow bottle. There's the brand new one we talked about before. And we took off the one piece, the tire iron there to remove the tires. June's got a long 1/4 inch drive and extensions down there to those 8mm bolts that we sprayed about an hour ago with some WD-40. And there are little clips there. If they get worn out, you can go up to the store and get them out. They're just little clip screws, I believe, or you know, that screws into. We're gonna use some anti-seize grease on everything when we put it back together. We got one more here. He undid the clamp on this side. So this will pretty much just pull off here, like so. And if you want to replace your overflow hose here that goes to the bottom, that goes to the radiator, the back of this tank, you can. If not, just leave it alone and plug and play everything back in. And there is another hose that's going to go to the bottom of that tank that June's going to get off. So we're going to pull that up, and I'll hold it up in the air for him while he gets underneath there with a pair of pliers and pulls it off. Yeah, I can turn it and show him the clamp down under there. Yep. It's pretty tight squeeze. Getting it back on is going to probably give us a little bit of a headache. I might have to go underneath and reach up in there and hold the hose steady for June while he puts it down, and we'll spray a little WD-40 on the hose or some water to lube it up to make it go on. And boom, there she is. You can see it matches the one that was on there right there. And the new one actually comes with a cap, and hell, that cap will cost you $9 to $12 up the street. So for a $38 unit, I'm pretty happy. June's already on. Yep, I'll hold this up. June's ready to knock this out real quick. This is the hardest part of the whole thing, changing this overflow out. Pretty good. Yeah. So he's going to double check. So he just put that hose back on there and hit that clamp. And he's going to check it for tightness, make sure it's not too small or out of the ordinary. We're ready to plug this thing back up, put our anti-seize grease on all the bolts that we took out, and fill this thing up. Wait till you fill it all the way up. All the way up. It'll keep gurgling down now that we drained the block with those 2 drains, and we drained the radiator earlier. All right, we got some Prestone. I've been buying this lately. It's a 10-year, 300,000 miles, even though I wouldn't leave it in that long, for $3 more. This is 100% concentrated, just add water. So we're gonna use probably 2 gallons of that, 2 gallons of water, fill up this overflow bucket. Once we get that thing all the way, it's gonna take a lot because it's gotta go down into the block and fill the whole entire radiator back up. So we're gonna add enough. I'm gonna probably add one gallon of this, 1 gallon of water, another whole gallon of solid antifreeze, and then another whole gallon of water, another gallon of whole antifreeze, and then start adding water off the next gallon. And now to put us at about what, three, probably gonna take about 4, maybe 5 on this, because we did drain the whole system. So we're gonna keep filling it up, start the motor, let the motor run on high heat, and keep checking it and bring it to this level with the the straight antifreeze and straight water 50-50 mix. So if you put a gallon of this in there, make sure you put a gallon of water. If you put a gallon and a half of this, we'll go over and we'll add a gallon and a half of water. We'll keep filling these back up. So we're gonna add this, start the motor up, and check for leaks. This is all solid water now. So once we start the motor up, we turn the heat on high, and that thermostat gets up to about 205 degrees. It should open and start mixing all of this radiator fluid back in here, and it'll be nice and clean and pressed tone, yellowish, greenish. So let's go ahead and start this motor. And let's go ahead and turn all the way hot. I put it on this vent up here, and I'm gonna go high with it. And I'm just gonna let this thing idle for about 15-20 minutes. And we're gonna check for leaks, see if there's no leaks, and make sure that heat's coming out nice and hot. I just turned the truck off, and you can see I've been letting it run about 20-30 minutes. I showed inside there, and it's down a little bit. We've been adding to it. We got about maybe 4.5 gallons of fluid total, 2 1/4 of straight water, and 2 gallons of antifreeze, or maybe I think it was 3, almost. How many gallons is this? 5 gallons or something total.
Almost 6.
Yeah, almost 6. Yeah, so 3. Make sure you get 3 gallons of antifreeze, and then mix it with 3 gallons of water when it's the concentrated. So there it is. It's full. Everything's good to go. I turned the truck off, and it went down a little bit. When you start it, it'll go back up a little bit. And when you run it up the road, just pop the hood when you get back home or out to the grocery store or whatever, and bring some antifreeze. It might take some more. Just leave the truck running and just top it off all the way to that max line right there at the very top, and you can see it. And this system's good, man. The fluid's clean, the hoses are changed, new thermostat, painted the thermostat housing. Hopefully this helps you fix it yourself, save that money. I'm Keith, June's there, and we're gonna move on to the next thing. It's Friday, so we're out of here, and I'm going inside early tonight. And check out the other videos, man. Appreciate it. Save that money, buy more parts to fix your other toys, or buy yourself a beer. Peace.
I'm not a pig, I'm a lawyer.
What's up, Iggy? Talk to him before I shut the video down. Oh yeah. Yep. You're not a pig, you're a lawyer. He's not a pig, he's a lawyer. Peace.